welcome back to the farm. If you're new here, my name is Nina. I'm a homeschooling, homesteading mom of 4, ages 8 down to 4, and I am married to Daniel. And here on my channel, we talk all about homeschooling, homesteading, and homemaking. Today's video is going to be video 4 in my curriculum picks series for the 2021-2022 school year. So I've already done our family picks, our 4th grader, and our 3rd/2nd graders picks. So if you have missed those videos, I will have linked to those down in the description box. Check those out when you get a chance. And so let's dive into what our 1st grader is going to be doing for her individual subjects for this school year. So those subjects are going to be language arts and math. And so what we're doing mostly for her is Masterbooks curriculum. And for 1st grade, they suggest for the first half of the year doing foundations, phonics, easy lessons for early learners. This is where your 1st grader learns to read. And that's what these lessons are. And then the second half, which I don't have this book to show you because I have not purchased it yet, just for trying to keep us under budget for this year. I will probably most likely buy this next book in December. It is Language Lessons for Living Education 1. So if you have not seen my other videos where I've talked about language lessons of a living education, check one of those other videos out of my curriculum picks. It's going to be laid out mostly the same way. Excuse me. That's just for 1st grade. So she will use that for the second half of 1st grade. So this is the first half. The second half is Language Lessons of a Living Education 1, and it does come with some other books. Once I get those books purchased, I will do an update video, probably a haul video, and go through that as well. So look for that as it comes. If you are interested in that, I'm sure there's other YouTube videos out there. Check those out. But anyway, so this is what we're going to start off with for her. This goes through learning to read. Like I said, in the beginning, it has how to get started, 5 indications that your student's ready to read, 4 indications that your student's ready to start writing. So it kind of tells you what to look for. It has some writing readiness, starts talking to you about sight words and when to introduce those to your kids. And then you have helpful hints for this course, for using this course. And then it has a materials list there for you if you wanted to go ahead and compile them. Like I said, this is an 18-week course. This is not for an entire year. This is just for the first semester. So then you have the schedule of when to teach the certain things in this book laid out completely for you, and that's awesome. Then you have a progress chart so that your child can track their progress on learning going through the different lessons. And so then you go into lesson 1. It has everything that you need there to be able to teach your child, has helpful hints for you, and then it has an activity page and bonus activities and writing, and then it has lesson 2 in there for week 1. So it has it all laid out for you. And in the back of the book, it has helpful manipulatives and learning activity sheets. Hang on, let's see if I can get this thing. And different sight words and books, recommended book lists for you, and a course assessment chart if you needed it, and then just how to grade. Also has a certificate of completion there as well. So we are going to dive into this. I don't know much about this. I've never used this course before. We used to use All About Reading when teaching our kids to read. We're switching something up with our 1st grader. She's struggling a little bit with those concepts. So I wanted a little more gentle approach, which Masterbooks is all about, but yet still have that Charlotte Mason feel to it. So I am hoping that this is going to be very good for her and for me as a teacher for her. So that's what we're using for language for the spine of her for 1st grade. we're also using as some fill-in and not really busy work, but like when I need to work with one of our other siblings and some things that she may not be able to do all of this by herself, but we're going to do it along with this, is we're going to do Explode the Code. Now she's done all of the Before the Code, the A, B, and C books. She's finished those, so I went ahead and got her level 1 and 1.5. So we will continue with those. Those are just simple worksheets that just get the phonics skills flowing, and writing skills, copy work, and all of that stuff going. So she will continue with that just like her siblings would have been. And so we'll be using that for language arts. For math, we are switching gears and we are going from Matthew C to Masterbooks, Math Lessons of a Living Education. If you've watched my other videos, you know that the story behind why we changed. My husband went with me to a homeschool curriculum conference, or not curriculum conference, but just a homeschool conference. And as we were talking about our curriculum and our homeschool year and the different goals we had for our family, he suggested that we did a change in our math. And if he suggested something, I was going to take him up on it, because he doesn't really suggest a lot of things in our homeschool. He usually just leaves that up to me, because since I'm in it day in and day out. But he just has, with helping the kids for different things, he just suggested and felt like we needed something that was a little more tied math into life and help them to better understand it. He's an engineer. So he uses math every single day, as we all do, but more so in him, he uses it. So he just felt like we needed to change. And so for her, we're doing math lessons of a living education, or for a living education, level 1. So this is just like the other ones if you've seen the other videos, but if you haven't, I'm going to run you through it real quick. It starts off in story form. It follows 2 characters, Charlie and Charlotte. As in this book, I think they're actually on their grandparents' farm, or they're getting to go. I can't remember. I've read 4 levels of this math book today, so I can't remember which one was which. But yes, they're on the farm. They're at the grandparents' farm, and so we started off with learning why we need numbers and why Grandpa numbered his rows and all of that. So this is just getting the concepts in with numbers. This is going to go through patterns, shapes, just getting them familiar with numbers, working with numbers, counting, skip counting, starting to skip count by 2s and 5s and 10s, and working on calendar concepts, getting into some light addition, working just with 1s and 2s maybe. I'm flipping through as I work on this, grouping together, and tally marks, time, does get into some time towards the end, and I think it might do money. Maybe no money is introduced here. No, but it does work on place value, and in the back of the book it has all the manipulatives, worksheets, and mats and stuff that you need, and as well as some different things that you can work through there. So in the beginning, it does have the schedule that you can follow. It's mapped out for 180 days. And then it has the supplies that you're going to need in the beginning, as well as kind of how to use them and how to teach the course. So I usually take our books apart and put them in a 3-ring binder, so that we'll do that with her, just so we kind of can move everything around a little bit better. So, and then I also picked up the practice sheets and quizzes, so if you need more practice, you think it's built to go right along with that other book, and then you could quiz if you needed to. And then it also has solution pages in the back as well. If you want a more in-depth look about any of those, I can do that. Just leave that down in the comments below. I will be happy to kind of do a more flip through with any of these if you want to see inside it. I also got the math Lessons of a Living Education Teaching Companion. This can be used for level K all the way to level 6. It just kind of tells a little bit about each level, how to use it, why the manipulatives are important, how to use them, and just kind of walks you through each level, what is, how to teach it, kind of holds your hand if math is not your strong suit. And then it does also have the readiness test in the back. That way, if you're coming from a different curriculum, you can give that to your child before you just jump right in, because it doesn't necessarily follow grade level. It's more of just where your kid is in education. And since we were coming from something a little more mastery, I made sure to give my kids that readiness test. I think it helped me get a more idea of where they needed to be. So that is in there. You can also find that on the website too if you don't get this. I don't think this necessarily is necessary if you don't want to buy it or you're on a budget, but I do believe it will be very, very helpful if you do have it. So those are the picks for first grade for our family, and we are excited to dive in. We hope you are having a great summer, and I hope this was just helpful for you as you're getting ready to either purchase curriculum or start your school year, or maybe are getting ready to homeschool and this is your very first time. If you have any questions involving curriculum or homeschooling or anything, please leave those down below. I will be happy to answer those for you. And if you haven't done so already, give this video a thumbs up. That goes a long way to helping my channel. Also, please subscribe so you can see any other videos that we put up. Hit that notification bell so that way you are notified when any of my videos go up. And as always, we are super grateful to those that come back week after week and watch our videos and support our channel. And we hope that you have a great day, and I'll catch you in another video very soon. Bye guys.